Probably one of the most valuable features that we've seen has been around the e-business suite's change as far as the UI is concerned. As far as the e-business suite 12.2.5, the look and feel has drastically changed from 11i to 12.1 to 12.2. The UI from an end user's perspective, being able to configure the UI such that they have buttons, using it on an iPad or an iPhone, mobile application integration, all these different technologies coming together. It's kind of one of those things where the e-business suite's starting to get that new look and feel that has been lagging for a number of years. The benefits are around ease of use, trying to make those end users' lives easier, to be able to make transactions, point and click type transactions, having the ability for drop-down lists to be much easier. As far as the UI is concerned, over the years the product is taking, you'd have to go through multiple tabs to put a transaction in. Now you can go to one screen and have the options right in front of you, pick the options you want, press save, and away you go. So Oracle's trying to improve the ease of use for the end users. As far as stability of the e-business suite 12.2.5, product was released in October 2015. It's been out for several months. There are obviously, from a patching perspective, I'd say Oracle's improving the release. Okay, with any release of the product, there's always going to be need for patches and things like that. But being that the product's fairly new, there's a low number of users that are actually making that transition to 12.2.5. With that, the repository of issues within Oracle support is slowly building. So one user may have an issue where another has not. That issue by that one client may have the solution available to them now in the support repository. The solution is very scalable. I mean, Oracle e-business suite, the various releases 12.2.5, 12.1, 11.5, they're being used by organizations, small and large, from very small organizations to multi-billion-dollar organizations. It's a very scalable solution. Oracle's technical support is drastically improved over the years. The support.oracle.com or My Oracle Support is a very good tool. We do encourage our team members as well as our end users to look there first. If you literally, sometimes it's trying to find a needle in a haystack, but certainly the information is typically there. Based on the searchability, what you're searching for is putting in specific criteria to find that. Sometimes people are so broad that they get many hits. The ideal situation is putting in something very specific that you may be able to find what you're looking for, and not having to scroll through pages and pages of results, if you will. The e-business suite, there is certainly, if you're upgrading or implementing from a setup standpoint, usually from an upgrade standpoint, the setups are minimal. You're always going to have some type of setup in the application. If you're doing a fresh implementation, the setup material is available for you, step-by-step setup documentation by Oracle. It doesn't mean you'll get a perfect solution at the end of the day, but it will lead you down that path of being successful. As far as additional features of the e-business suite, I would like to see more of the framework applications in use. I mean, Oracle is slowly transitioning there. We do realize that the older Forms version of the technology has a lot of intelligence built in them. Very difficult for Oracle to make that migration to the new technology. But ideally is getting to one platform. Perhaps the removal of Java from that integration right now. Java continues to be an issue for organizations that are running multiple products. If they have multiple products that they're using, e-business suite, maybe third-party products, you get different versions of Java that are required for each. That becomes a problem. It's an ongoing issue. We do know, and we've heard Oracle's heading towards some type of new solution, if you will. But certainly, trying to focus on becoming fully frameworked product versus the old Forms technology. I think investing into or even investigating into these products, typically some organizations might buy the e-business suite. They own more product than they realize, but so if they buy 100% of the product, they're only using maybe 20% of the functionality. Is taking advantage of that other 80% and implementing those features and functionality into their business. That's a return on investment that some organizations don't take for various reasons. They don't know they have a product, and perhaps they start investigating their maintenance agreement, and they find that they own something, and now they want to implement that. But looking at some organizations, they have some folks that are dedicated to looking at new technology. Okay, is constantly looking out to see what can be applied to the business. Some organizations don't do that. They don't have the time or resources to do that. But organizations that do, you look at them, they're fairly progressive, but it's trying to at least maybe identify someone that can help, I'll say, support the investment that they've made into the organization. I mean, you have companies that are investing millions and millions of dollars into these products and really only taking advantage of a very small footprint of their entire total ownership of the product. When looking at new solutions, I mean, considering that Oracle E-Business Suite is the core, and then looking at other products that may integrate, key is going to be integration. So someone that's certified, has a certified integration with the Oracle E-Business Suite. I mean, you don't want to be looking at third-party solutions that don't have that integration. Those that are part of that program are basically required to keep their products at the certification level of each release of the product. So at 12.2.5, they must be integrated with that. At 12.2, 12.1, 11.5.10, they've got to have their products integrated at that release. Very critical when looking at third-party products to integrate with Oracle E-Business Suite. Looking at the E-Business Suite right now, knowing, having worked with the product since 1991, and looking to see where they're at today, I'd say maybe a 7. They're heading towards that fully integrated product or that new technology, like the framework technology. If they get there, I'd give it a 10. At right now, probably a 7, because we have multiple technologies we're still dealing with. Recommendation to peers, looking at their business requirements for selecting a product, ensuring that every time you're looking at purchasing a product, drive that selection from a defined business requirements. We get some organizations that just go out and buy things, and then you go back and they figure out that they bought a product that doesn't fit the solution they're trying to solve. But really evaluating internally, getting clearly documented business requirements, mapping those to product selection, and literally having the organization sign off on that. So you're not investing all this money into a product that may not be used because it's not fulfilling a solution.